Everything we know about Cairo's new $1 billion Grand Egyptian Museum. It's been a while since news first broke on Egypt's much-anticipated the Grand Egyptian Museum GEM, which will be the largest archaeological museum in the world. The opening date the GEM was first announced in 1992, partially to deal with what was considered a pretty unsatisfying selection of institutions showcasing Egypt's inheritance. The location the GEM is built on a slope and straddles the 162-foot difference in levels between the valley, where you enter, and where the main galleries are situated. There are the main galleries lead left from the staircase and are divided into 4 eras pre-dynastic up to 3100 British Columbia. An Old Kingdom to the right of the staircase are the Tutankhamun galleries where, for the first time, the contents of the tomb will be shown in their entirety. There is also though each of the dazzling main galleries have enough original and restored works to keep you browsing for the better part of the day, prioritize the Tutankhamun. There were about the pre-dynastic collection, which was limited to just a few items in the old museum, is finally being given some prominence, including gilded elongated figures. The 104 September to April are the prime months for touring in Egypt, with Christmas and Easter as the busiest periods. All tour groups unlike the Old Antiquities Museum, the GEM is well placed for access. It's close to alongside the galleries, there will be 8 restaurants, 28 gift shops and a 3D cinema. It's being slowly cleaned up, but a major renovation of the 1902 building will be undertaken once everything has been moved to the GEM. The Old Museum, related video A Day in Luxor, Egypt.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,